First carry for James Conner. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mark Barron, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Throwing now is Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Ready, set. 54, right there, 54 miles. Get the ball. Snap.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kenny Stills, 81 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Mahomes to throw. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mahomes now to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Jerry Hughes on the stop. Off play action. Eason. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Looking to throw. Eason. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is in this situation.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown, baby. Keep it rolling.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Got Got his man. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Mahomes throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 17-0 our score after 1. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll return it from the 6. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, Eason. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Marquise Brown, 76 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back to throw. Eason. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Eason. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Looking to throw. Eason. He's going to go up into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Attack!
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
And for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
94. 56. Here we go, dude.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Throwing after the interception. Eason. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the delay, here's Breida. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike's 56. Cut.
Ready?
To throw again. Eason is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Eason. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Charger drive about to get going. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Check.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Throwing. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Breida to get the 3rd quarter started. Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mark Barron. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target there was Jason Kroom, but now it'll be third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Eason, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And the return across. Midfield and to the 46-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go counter with Breida. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky. And he finds Stills, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kenny Stills. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive. The drive will start with Connor. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting the
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. And Stills bringing it in. 23 yards, the final tally. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. 20! Got a man, it's Brown. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Willie Henry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now here's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Throwing here, Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
15. 44 is the mic.
Mahomes going to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Breida. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Lock in.
Play action. It's Trubisky looking for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right, this will be taken short. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me. Yellow. 44.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throwing deep for Galladay. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Max 50.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey. 50 the mic. I'm on.
Now Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Yellow. Max 50.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game instead of being able to shut the door. It's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
Easy. Max 50. Watch the run.
Mahomes now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
43! Smoke! Mike Smoke.
They go play action. Now Mahomes going to throw deep for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes now to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try. Now it's Mahomes again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
You got it! You got it!
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.